you would swear that we never feed you. You're bad. Can't even eat in peace because he's got to be up in your face. Then I did yell at you, didn't I? And I set you down by mommy, and now we're okay, right? Trying to lick our dishes out of the sink? You're a bad boy. Look, your sissy, she's just chilling over there. What was you doing? Scavenging. You just ate. And he had to eat more. What do you think? He gets this after you. Alright, so it's late in the evening already. I smoked wings. We went for a motorcycle ride. Come back, eat. Really haven't done much of anything. Oh, messed with the Audi. And I have absolutely no warning lights on the dash right now.
It's a Christmas miracle.
That's not to say it still has problems, but I got one of those OBD11 is what it's called, and it's a VAGCOM diagnostics tool, and it's just a wireless one that you plug up under the dash. It gives you the pro version with it, so you can do coding and all kinds of stuff. It tells me everything about that car, and the pressure sensor for the air conditioning is not reading. So, that is our issue. That is an easy fix, and we're going to do that. I'm also putting a new cabin filter in it because they have a air quality sensor in there, and they say that they're real picky, and I have a code for that as well. So I did take the filter out, and it was dirty. I knocked the dirt out, but I was like, I'm ordering the pressure sensor. I went ahead and ordered the filter. Another thing I took notice to, I have one Audi key and then one generic one. The generic one, the key is not cut. So, I might have to get that done. Look at this beast. So the diagnostic tool is up under the dash here. I don't know if there's a red light on it or not. Yeah, there is. You can see it. But that brings up an app on my phone. Let me go ahead and start this. There are warnings, but check this out. I got the parking brake's the only thing I have on right now. And my seatbelt is one of them. So that's it. This is it. The tire pressure light, all I had to do was go over in the menu over here and reset it. That was all I had to do. Tire pressure monitoring. You go to that, and then you go to store pressures now. Boom, done. Confirm, stored. And that's what cleared the tire pressure light. So this is freaking awesome now, except for the AC. We will, like I said, we're gonna get it fixed, but yes. Now that I got everything fixed on this too, like AC, did the brakes, I did the rear brake off camera, so because they were making a lot of noise, and one was really bad. The other side was pretty good. Now that I got everything fixed up on this, I really do like this car, and it's nice to drive, and I get decent gas mileage and everything. Do you guys want to see me like do some mods to this, like do some appearance mods, maybe some performance mods? Let me know. And if there's any companies out there that want to send me some stuff for this, go ahead and send it. I'll tell you what, the exhaust fan works great in here. The downside right now is after I smoke my drumsticks or whatever, then I put them on the grill and crisp them. It smells so good in here right now, but I'm full because I just ate. But I bet you the garage smells like this for a good while. This also shows you how well my booth was working. Look at the dust line where the plastic came across. It's like that the whole way around. Everything that was inside is like this. I'd probably cover more stuff up next time, but I don't know. I think I might get the KTM out tomorrow. It's a long drive to get to a place where I want to ride, but I might just go. I mean, none of my buddies are ready to ride yet, so I'm just going to go by myself, but I think it'll be fun, and I'll probably take the camera with me, maybe. And for future reference, if I was just going to prime a small area again, like, say, if I was going to do a whole hood, I would use this Rust-Oleum. As you can see, it was very thin, so some places I did kind of get through it a little bit, and I might go over this with some of that TranStar primer and then sand it again. But I think for future reference, for small panels like this, I would rather just use a can of TranStar. It's more money, you know. I mean, it's not more money, but it's a lot easier than setting up a gun, mixing it and everything just to shoot this small panel. And then you had to clean everything afterwards and all that, where the TranStar, you just lay it down and it's just as nice as how this turned out. I am going to use the power sander on the hood, and then all the spots that are pitted or, you know, messed up, we're going to go over that with some glazing putty, and we're going to smooth this out, and then we're going to prime this with the paint shop primer. And I don't know if we'll lay the carbon on this tonight. I might, but all of this flake and clear coat has got to go. So the power sander is going to do the best job on that. Now, I was about to just go to town with this. This is 320 sandpaper. I need something a little bit more aggressive for this. I need to go down to like 240 or 120 because of how rough this is. So, I made an executive decision that I need to go to Harbor Freight. And also, I'm going to have some bare metal spots on this. I had that self-etching primer. I have not tried that yet. So, I might try that in the gun first on a couple areas, and then we'll switch over to the other stuff and spray it on. Not the route I wanted to take. Got to Harbor Freight and they closed at 5 because of everything going on. I thought they closed at 8. I know, I was there last time and they were closed early, and I don't know what I expected. But AutoZone's right next to it. Of course, I paid top dollar for this freaking sandpaper. I got 180 and 220, but I got what I need now. So now I need to wipe this down, and then I can get to power sanding this thing. I am about to switch over to my GoPro, but as you can see, I did a skim coat with the filler primer to fill in all these stone chips, and you can see how the filler filled in those gaps where all the stone chips were. I would put it on and then scrape it over it so it would leave it inside those little divots. I didn't do the whole way back of the hood. The front was the worst. I mean, they're everywhere. So I'm going to mix this up. This got good reviews online. It's supposed to be ready to spray right out of the can, self-etching primer. And since I have some bare metal spots, we're going to coat it with this first, clean the gun, then I'll switch over to this. I'm going to thin this a little bit, and we'll put that on. Now, till I go clean the gun for this and everything and switch to this can, I'll still be within the window, so no sanding is going to be needed. Spray, then we'll just spray that over top of it. We should be good to go. Well, I don't know if you noticed, whenever I was spraying, it wasn't spraying a good pattern. It was laying it down thick at the bottom, but like not laying near the top. So I really need to thoroughly clean this gun. That stuff is really watered down. It didn't even hardly need mixed. I mean, it was ready to go in the can. It did lay down good. Now, if this gun would have sprayed it right, it would have been even better. So I want to go thoroughly clean this and come back. I got enough on there. I'm gonna lay the paint shop primer after this. Alright, so I disassembled it and cleaned it pretty thoroughly this time. So I guess we'll see how it works out. Yeah, I'm not real happy with the finish of that, but at least it's going to be covered with carbon fiber wrap. I am going to have to sand this. It's just, there's dry spray in the center. Like, the sides are pretty smooth, but like, you can hear the difference. So, and there's some dirt and stuff in it, so that'll knock it down. I'm just going to hand sand this with 400 to knock it down, to get all the dirt and stuff off, to smooth it out, and we'll lay the carbon wrap right over it. But it did take care of most of the stone chips and stuff up front. There was a dent that I missed right there. I'm not even worried about it, but I mean, it looks pretty good up front. You don't see where any of those chips were. I'm not gonna go overboard. I mean, it feels dry right now, but since this isn't like a hardener based primer, I'm gonna give this overnight and then come out here in the morning and sand this up. Alright, so I just did a quick cleanup. Looking good in here. Still got plenty of work to do. I was gonna take care of the rust on the other side. I did get touch-up paint for this car. I'm gonna try it in that small gun. This is the same paint coat. It looks darker in the bottle, but that's it. And then on top of that, here's a clear coat. And I think you're supposed to brush this on. We'll thin this out and try to spray it on. I don't know that you can do that, but we'll give it a shot. So, yeah, we're going to use that touch-up gun. I'm going to practice with it a little bit on the piece of cardboard before I go willy-nilly. But need to take care of this rust. We'll have to detach the bumper here. Take care of this rust here. Some right here and some right here, but we'll make those look halfway decent. And I'm going to use Transtar primer. I can tell you what, this is not going to be an every build thing where I spray in here, and honestly, I have way better results with that, with the Transtar primer. Yes, I'm using cheap primers. I'm using a cheap gun. I'm a beginner. I didn't want to go all out and buy all this expensive stuff and then find out that I suck. because I probably would suck. Even with better equipment, I really don't think it'd make a difference. So painting's probably just not my thing, but we got a primed hood that's it's halfway decent. You can see the lines in it. I'm glad that we're covering that. And I coated this with Transtar just to cover up the spots that were, you know, the primer. I had sanded it off, and this turned out fantastic. So, yeah, I never have had a bad prime job with Transtar. Today is Memorial Day, and I have not thoroughly sent this thing yet since I rebuilt it last year. So we're going to go take it out and send it. I know you're thinking, Memorial Day was like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, you're right. That's how far ahead I am.
With a piece in my hand and bloodshot eyes, I walked to the water for a last goodbye. He begged so much, it clouded my mind. One thing's clear, the man's gotta die. Man makes right, so he said, when he held all the keys over our head. I lived in that grip, but now he'll learn at the end with the tables turned. Lord, forgive me and take me on down the river where the guilt can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can't cry out, 'cause I done wrong. Down the river with a hand on a colt and a finger on the trigger, and long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. Jumping off the ledge, but not before I catch two to the chest. Now there's blood and water filling up my lungs. Blood and water filling up my lungs. My heart is beating like a fading drum. Lord, forgive me, here I come. It take me on down the river where the guilt can't find a red-handed sinner. On where the grave can't cry out, 'cause I done wrong. Down the river with a head on a corpse, with a finger on the trigger, and long before dawn they try to find me. So take me on down. Oh, take me on down. Oh, take me, just take me on down.
I don't know if you noticed, kids, but it got freaking hot out. I'm heading home. I am beaten. Right before I came to load my bike up, I hit one hell of a loop and compressed the rear suspension completely while I was sitting down on it. Man, that just jarred my back. Get too old for this crap.
How come when we chillin', everything will feel the same? Feel the same, I just gotta know. How come when I pull up, I'm like, here we go again. Go again, that's why I just gotta know. Why we ain't been different, why I feel the same. Anytime we kick it, we just can't get with it. Ain't no fixing, here we go again with another lie that's told in vain. Avoid the pain, even though we need to say goodbye. I feel the same, so codependent, this hurtin' been open-ended. We just been hoping we ain't have to say it's over-ended. But the wound is open, let it be, you let it be. Love it and set it free, but the end of you and me, I thought this new to me, but I just gotta know.
There you go, folks. It's gonna be the end of this episode. I had fun today. That's the way you bring in Memorial Day. By roosting. So kids, if you haven't yet, consider subscribing. I just recently found out that Copart has allowed public bidding again. So it didn't even put me out of commission, really, because I'm still working on the RSX, so I really don't need another project. But fingers crossed, the Camaro sells this week. Thumbs up for that one. Give the video a thumbs down if your dirt bike still has training wheels. Hit that bell so you get notifications. Check out my merch on my Teespring page. And we'll see you on the next episode of Wreck.
Go away, yeah. When did we change? When did all the love that we had go away? I just got me in my feelings. Scared I beat to reach the ceiling, and it's not appealing. Thoughts that I ain't trying to deal with, cause I'm feeling like I ain't enough, and I'm terrified I'll never find another. You never be another.